What's up everybody? In this video, we're gonna go over how to do a Hesi. This is another move that I've taught a lot of people over the last few years, and I've come up with a pretty good system on how to teach it properly and how to get people to actually bite on it. There's a bunch of different Hesi, so this video is about one particular type of Hesi. This Hesi is faking that you're doing a one dribble or two dribble pull-up. You're faking a pull-up. So think about a one dribble pull-up. We go here and then up. That's what we're faking here, right? So there's other types of Hesis. That's not what I'm teaching here today. Now, I normally don't actually even start teaching people footwork or what to do with their hands or what to do with their body. I actually normally will just have people do a bunch of one dribble pull-ups, just constantly one dribble pull-ups. And then during that process, what I'll say right as they're about to pick it up is a number. Usually I say 1. I don't know why, that's just the number I've come up with. When I say the number 1, that means don't shoot it and actually just go to the rim. So that usually just kind of forces people to do the Hesi right. Right footwork, right position of the hands, right position of the body, eyes up, because I'm making them react to an auditory cue. Now that's completely accidental, that's completely reactionary. So just because you're able to do a Hesi properly off a reaction, that doesn't mean you can actually do a Hesi. A good player, a skilled player, can consciously control their feet and their hands and their body to put it into a position where you can do whatever move you actually want to do. So if you're just doing it as a reaction to something, that doesn't mean you can actually control it. So I do that drill just to sort of force people to feel what it feels like to do a Hesi properly, almost just to make them sort of believe they can do it. Because when we start going over footwork, what to do with your hands, what to do with your body, what to do with your eyes, it's so much that people are like, man, I just can't do it. All right, now let's actually go over the system here. I usually start people with the footwork. All right, I've heard people call this a partial stop, and I think that's a really accurate term. I heard it from Micah Lancaster at Train Impossible. Shout out to him on that. I'll give him full credit there. The reason I think that's accurate is because when you do a pull-up, your outside foot, so if I'm going right, my right foot is gonna fully come forward, kind of meet my left foot. Or if I'm going left, my left foot's gonna meet my right foot, right? So I'm gonna go inside, outside, and then up. My feet are basically together, right? I'm not in a split stance. I don't have one foot in front of the other. But for a partial stop, on a Hesi, what you're gonna do is actually you're gonna take half a step with that outside foot. So normally I'm going inside, right? And then outside. But with the Hesi, I'm going inside and I'm taking basically half a step with this right foot. And I'm ending up like this. So it doesn't come all the way forward to where my left foot is. It doesn't meet it all the way there. So then I just go from there. All right, so you'll see in all the film that I'm attaching here, they're always getting into basically a half step with that outside foot. Whether it's the left foot or the right foot, they're gonna go inside and then outside, but that outside foot, that very last step, which they normally would go all the way to their inside foot and then pick it up from there, they're just doing a partial stop, right? Partial little step, stop from there, and then get out after the Hesi. So I usually go real slow with people. We'll go with that one dribble, and I'll just kind of always have them stop on this foot right here, and then just think about doing half a step with the outside foot. So just here, and then put the ball down. I'm not even really thinking about what to do with my hands yet. I just say drop the ball. And so we'll do a few reps of that, just getting here, here, and then out, all right? Okay, so now we're just gonna add some layers to it. All right, so that's what I do with the outside foot. Now let's talk about what I do with the inside foot. I'm going right now. My outside foot is my right foot, right? So that's this partial little step with my right foot. My left foot's also gonna get picked up very slightly, tiny little bit. So total look like this. A little stop with my right, and then I pick up that foot with my left. Without stopping, it'll be here. All right, so watch the feet again. Watch the right foot, partial step, and then a little tiny little step with the left. And I can go. Let's talk about the hands here, all right? I usually tell people to think about it like an in and out, right? So we're going like this, kind of circling the ball like this, like you would on an in and out. The reason why is you want your hands to meet in the middle because that's where you pick up the ball, right? You pick up the ball right here, or at least, honestly, that's where you should be picking up the ball. That's where most shooters will pick up the ball. So what I'm gonna do with my hands is they're gonna come together as I'm getting my eyes up and as I'm getting into that footwork we just worked on. And at the same time as my hands come together, I'm just gonna drop the ball, but I always think about an in and out because you're circling and then going out. It's not just down like that. It's not just a straight drop. You're gonna go from here and then drop. All right, so watch the film. That's what a lot of the Hesis are gonna be doing. It's sort of like that in and out motion, that circle type of motion. Hands come together and then you drop the ball there. Timing here is important, right? We want all of this to sort of happen very close to at the same time, right? If we're being technical, actually you pick up the ball and a pull up right before this foot lands. So it'll be like you pick it up, then the foot lands and then you go up. But really on the Hesi, it's kind of all happens at the same time, right? So Watch the hands and watch the feet. Those are our main things that we're thinking about right now, right? Partial stop with the outside foot, tiny little step with the left, and at the same time as all that's happening, my hands are coming together and I'm sort of doing a tiny little in and out with the ball as I drop it, right? So it's here. All right, now, tiny little detail we'll go over right now. Don't have to talk about it much. Your eyes have to go up. Think about what you would look like when you shoot the ball, right? I would get eyes up early on that target and then go up. All right, so the same time while the eyes are up, the feet are doing their thing, the hands are doing their thing, you want your hips low. Now this is obviously naturally gonna happen when you're moving, right? You're not going to be running and sprinting while being upright, but just to go over that really quick, when you get into a shot, you're gonna be underneath the ball going up with the hips, right? So same thing on the Hesi, right? Here, hips low, and then I'm out. A couple common mistakes with the Hesi. The free hand does not come up. All right, a lot of people do Hesis like this. Or they'll bring it up and it just won't look right. Like they'll bring it up like here. You're not picking up the ball. You wanna actually have the hands come together, right? So together and then drop. All right, sometimes I'll even have people carry so they can feel their hand on this ball, and I'll just tell them to kind of lessen it by 5%, because that's all it is. It's just, I'm not touching the ball. It's close to it, but I'm not touching it, right? Another common mistake, I just mentioned it, but your eyes have to be up. All right, a lot of people are so caught up with getting to the rim that when they do the Hesi, their eyes will just be on that open space right there. One last common mistake to go over is people don't really like raise up, all right? You wanna raise up a little bit, all right? So my eyes, yes, they raise up, but my trunk and my hips sort of raise up as well because I'm faking that I'm going up, right? When I shoot, I don't stay here. I have to go up eventually, right? So having a tiny little raise is gonna make your Hesi look a lot more realistic, right? So if I'm just going here and kind of staying down, even if my eyes go up, it's not as realistic as if I do the same exact footwork and everything, but just raise up a little bit. And then I can, you know, get low again so that I can drive. All right, so to put it all together, I'm going inside foot, then I'm going outside foot, but it's not all the way. It's a partial stop, right? Partial little step there. As that's happening, my hands come together, my eyes are up, my body's in a position to shoot, so my hips have to be low enough that I can actually go up. All right, as I drop the ball like this, kind of like an in and out motion, my foot, my front foot right here is slightly gonna get picked up, and then I'm gonna get to the rim. All right, so total, it'll look like this. Go here,